Hi guys, it's great to see you. You're with MyGuyMonkey at MyGuyReviews, where I'm going to be talking about Outrun. I am a big fan of the Outrun series, and in front of you should be Outrun on the Commodore 64, which I'm going to try playing in a bit and showing you hopefully why I love this game to this day. Now you might be asking yourself, why the C64 version isn't it best known as an arcade game? And really that's where our story begins. Outrun was released as an arcade machine in 1986 to critical acclaim, but despite being a huge fan now, I have never played or yet been in the same room as an original Outrun arcade unit. I was 5 when it came out, and I really didn't get to the arcades until the late 90s, by which time the big games for me were Daytona USA and House of the Dead. No, my introduction to Outrun was at age 9 when my awesome mum brought me a second-hand Commodore 64 with a whole load of games from its previous owner, and Outrun was one of my favourite, if not the favourite games that I had. Right now we are listening to the radio selection screen, which I would actually do sometimes even then because the music is simply amazing. Commodore 64 is famous for its SID chip, allowing great music to be made by some of video games' most legendary music creators, and the Outrun arcade music, great in itself, is beautifully translated to the C64. It actually has 2 stations, 3 if you count radio off, which you selected by holding the joystick left, right or centre. This track is Splash Wave, left is radio off, and right is Magical Sound Shower. Yeah, that's good. Now fans of the arcade game may notice that whereas Splash Wave is a close translation of the original track, this second track, Magical Sound Shower, has a different feel entirely compared to its original, with the chilled out sort of steel drum replaced by more like a gritty guitar ready to race. And I really appreciated this second track back in the day, and still do, because it really put me in a different mood. Because Outrun is not easy, it's a bit Marmite, either you love it or hate it. The difficulty level is high. So if you lost a few times with Splash Wave, you could choose to switch it up a gear, whack on Magical Sound Shower and really put the pedal to the metal. Getting to choose your radio station was unique and innovative at the time, and I loved it. The arcade even had a third track, Passing Breeze, which didn't make it into this port of the game, which is incidentally one of several negatives to the Commodore version. Should have noted by now we are playing an emulator and ROM set downloaded from coolrom.com, so let's try playing it. As you can see, we are a guy driving a red convertible sports car with a high maintenance chick by our side, driving up a highway surrounded by passing palm trees. Wind through our hair, lapping up the atmosphere, and then we crashed. And you may note several differences to the arcade already, but one that I think actually enhances the gameplay is that the music stopped. In the original and all other versions of this game that I've played, the music keeps playing when you've crashed. But in my first experience Outrun, that exhilarating music stops when I mess up, which I think is great, because it means if you want to enjoy the progression of the music, you have to not mess up. Already, it's not about points or winning, it's just about wanting to experience the game, and that's really what sums up the Outrun series. It's fun, you crash, your timer runs out, it's fine, you try again. And the C64 version I fell in love with captured all of that for me. Let me just put in my name here. That's it. There was no other game like it, and me and my mum would take turns trying. I'd sometimes make it to stage 2 or even 3, I think. Each stage marks your success with a different location theme, captivating you into playing a game, just hoping to see a whole new stage. Now, this version is lacking an actual beach. The girl's hair is brown instead of blonde, and the car is apparently not a Ferrari Testarossa anymore. But none of that mattered to me. For years, this was the original and only Outrun to me. Sequels and other ports were all inferior, and I wouldn't touch them. Even the demo of Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast, a game that I now love, couldn't beat it. In hindsight, yes, the graphics were inferior with no beach, but it was a great and unique translation of the arcade game. What is really lacking though, not known at the time, are branching stages. Most ports of the game let you branch left or right at the end of each stage, but Outrun on C64 simply went through 5 linear stages. A big letdown, as choosing where to go is part of the Outrun formula. However, this port actually had 5 versions of the game on one tape, each of which would give you a different combination of stages and a different ending. In order to capture that choice of route element, you wouldn't pick a different route on the fly when your last route failed you, but you could reset the computer, position the tape in the right place, and load a different route within, say, 5 minutes. Not bad. However, I, and it seems many others who played this game, wouldn't have known this, as nowhere on the sleeve did it ever say that there were actually 5 routes on the tape. So until a few years ago, I had only ever played Route A of possibly my favourite game. When you loaded it, it would say, found a route. And thousands of us just thought, oh ha, that's funny. Good play on words. Do we feel stupid now? Yes, well, maybe. But it has given us retro replay value, and that is the story of my experience of Outrun on the Commodore 64. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and share, hit subscribe for more movie, game and retro reviews at MyGuyReviews on YouTube. Now, if you'd like to stick around, let's try and win this thing. Here we go. Now, the controls I'm using, because it's an emulator, are the arrow keys and the Z key. And the Z key acts as the fire button, which changes gear. I'm messing up a bit here. I'm actually using the gear change to control my speed, which is a tip I picked up recently while looking at the virtual manual. You have to hold up to go, which is fine on the keyboard, but it was terrible on the joystick on the actual Commodore, because you'd have to hold up the whole time, while also pressing left and right on a joystick is not easy, so in that way this is actually a lot easier. And I'm using this new speed control method. It's actually making it more possible for me to win, which is good. Cars, the ones in the middle tend to go slower than the ones on left and right, so it gives you quite a good chance of overtaking. Now, another series that I absolutely love is the Grand Theft Auto series, and actually I think the GTA series takes a lot from Outrun. You can change radio stations in GTA just like you can in Outrun. You can just go for a drive in Outrun, in a GTA if you want, just like Outrun. And it takes a bit from one of my other favourite games, which is Streets of Rage, where you just go out and beat people up, which is pretty fun. I mean, I quite often like to in GTA games is just go for a nice drive, picking a nice freeway to try and drive. Close. Do we make it to stage 2? So that's Kalo and Monkey. Let's go for this one this time. And let's do this. Now, unlike most racing games these days, you do actually have to slow down to do corners on this game, because you will slide off the edge into an obstacle, crash your car and lose valuable seconds. So that's a great thing about this game. You actually have to show some skill, which I'm not doing right now. There we go. No, I'm totally failing. That's okay. We'll just try again if we have to. We could say have a limit on how many tries I have. Oh, that's when I should probably just use the brake instead of the gears. Now this is a game of skill that you can actually get better at, which is great. 5 seconds, that's not good enough really. We're going to lose those seconds. I'm playing Route A, by the way, just because that's the one that I played when I was young. So this is the real game to me. We're on Gateway right now, I think it's called. Don't know what the next one's called. First stage is Coconut Beach. This is the gateway, which has all these gateway-like things. Ooh. As I say, it's really choppy for me. But yeah, I have several versions of this game now. The Master System version, my latest one. A couple of different games on the PS2. I have a PSP version. Can't currently play, so I don't have a PSP. I have a Mega Drive version, including. Oh, I might actually do this, except I just crashed. There we go. Oh, I made it to stage 3, which is good. Traffic can be the biggest annoyance in this game at times, just like the original arcade really. Oof. Excuse my language. You didn't hear a swear word there, then I probably turn the volume down for a moment. So choppy to record. I also have it on main emulator actually. I can actually play the arcade. And I've got something closest to the original arcade. It's actually the 3D80s version. In the cars, they was helping me get around the corner. This is a lot less knackering on the hands than using the joystick to hold up the whole time, or then basically doing diagonally left and diagonally right. Just to accelerate, keep your speed up, and turn at the same time. So yeah, stuttering might well be helping me as well. This looks like an end section. Might be wrong, but 1, 0. Oh, so close. So close. Right, let's put MyGuyMonkey this time, so that's M, G, M. Right, we did say 3 tries, didn't we? So, yep, again, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, share a video with your friends, and please comment as well. You know, let me know what you think of Outrun, what your memories of it are. Maybe you had a Commodore 64 version, maybe you have another version you're really in love with, you maybe even favour over like the original. I'd love to hear about those stories, and let's hope that I can finish this game Sunday, because I was incredibly close that time. Bye.